I just thinking it's going to be an interesting intro, but don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
So maybe, I know you know about it, Helen, but maybe some of our viewers don't know. I have an interesting new accessory.
Beautiful.
Yes, just love it. Um, so what happened is I was out to dinner with a girlfriend, had flats on, drank tons of water, not alcohol, came back from the restroom and stepped on the floor mat. That was fine. Stepped onto the slick floor, and I'm told both my feet went out from under me like
Mm.
stepped on a banana peel and fell, caught myself on my hand wrist. Perhaps because I had on a cuff bracelet in my mind, rather like Wonder Woman, that helped. I only broke one of the two bones
Oh,
in my
so sad.
wrist,
Mm.
and it just started getting really big. And usually I'm the type that's like, oh, it's fine, I'm fine. And I was more so embarrassed just
Yeah.
because I was basically laying on the floor in front of these two young girls. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Then I got up and my wrist, I was like, oh, this really hurts. And my friend's like, you're really hurt. And I was like, how can you tell? She's like, oh, it's all over your face. And I was trying
Oh,
not to be a baby. And then I just was like crying.
yeah. Oh, no, breaking a bone is not fun. That's
No.
painful. Oh,
It's also fun when it's your dominant hand.
yes.
Not fun.
No. Nothing about
So
that sounded fun to me at all.
no, it wasn't. So
Oh,
they said I'm going on Tuesday to get my permanent cast. This is a temporary cast, and it'll be smaller because this is above my elbow. Yeah, above
oh, don't
my
lift it
elbow.
up too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
At
So that's
least it's
fun.
blue like your eyes.
Well, that's just the sling. I have like
Yeah,
uh,
I know. No, I meant the sling. Yeah.
oh yes, yes, yes. I mean, you got to color coordinate, otherwise it would just be
Ridiculous.
exactly. So I'm looking forward to a much smaller cast
Mm.
that'll be more manageable. And on the notes from the ER, they said 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm anticipating 4 weeks because I will listen to the doctor and I'm strong and healthy, so I should heal quickly.
Yeah, I
Is
was gonna say you
my
should be a
thought
fast
process.
healer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Go
we'll
on,
see what
Stephanie.
happens.
Rock
Yes.
on, Stephanie.
So Tom
Oh,
helped his stepdaughter purchase a car,
oh, sweet.
and she said that you and I should just do a bunch of Tom quotes and we'd immediately go viral.
Oh my God. Oh, well, there we go. Let's do it.
So, yes, I thought that was kind of fun. So there was a few things related to this lovely injury that were, I mean, unfortunately hilarious. Unfortunately, at where I get the to be the butt of the jokes, but funny's funny, even if it's about me.
Hey, who cares? It's just a joke.
Yes. We get back, and I was like, oh, I just want to put my hair back. I can't put my hair back. Can you put my hair in a bun? So first he takes it and just puts the circle around it. I was like, well, once I move my head, it's just going to fall out. I said, you have to wrap it like a infinity or figure eight.
Right, right.
So he does that. He looks at it and he says, wow, this looks better than when you do it. And I look and it's true.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he's got a future in helping one-armed ladies or men, there's some man buns out there, fix their fix their buns.
that is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Then I was thinking, oh my gosh, they didn't tell me at the ER, but maybe it's just because it didn't come up. But I wonder if I can drive. I don't know if I should drive.
Ooh.
And Tom said, I don't necessarily think it's a good idea for you to be driving anyway.
Oh, regardless of your broken wrist.
Yes.
Just
And I
an
said,
overall comment.
yeah, hardy har har. I said, but I'm going to call them and see. And they said, yes, as long as you feel comfortable with it, you can drive.
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. He's hilarious.
Then he says, oh my gosh, tomorrow's our date night. What are we going to do? And I said, that's what you're worried about? We just left the ER and that's your concern? Wow. Thanks, babe.
Yeah. Well, no, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet because he wants to make, he's looking forward to the date night. So that's always
Yeah.
nice. That's good.
Wait, yes.
But yeah, but I get the sentiment where you're going with it. Like, really?
I mean, I should be glad my husband wants to go on a date with me. So,
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my eventful week here, which wasn't the greatest thing.
No, but you're in good spirits and you could have been hurt a lot worse, but thank God you're fit. You take good care of yourself and you were able to walk away with just a one broken bone as opposed to multiple broken bones or something even worse, like any kind of
Right.
head injury.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which I imagine if I had some sort of head injury after it stopped being funny, there'd be a whole new slew of Tom comments that would have been
Oh,
funny.
yes.
I'm not going to say those because, again, they don't paint me in a flattering light, but I think everyone can make some references. Perhaps they're related to blonde jokes, whatever.
Ah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot going on
Yeah.
in addition to all of my arm and wrist business.
Oh,
One thing of note was there was a white liberal in Minnesota, and they were calling a black man the N word with a hard R because he was working for DHS and enforcing our immigration laws.
I thought,
They actually called him a house N word.
oh, there we go. I was waiting to see if they were going to throw in the word house to make it okay.
I don't know if that makes it okay.
Yeah, because in their minds it does, because the the history of it is if you were a black person working in the home of the slave owners or the masters, whatever you want to call it, the people that were not working in the homes thought that the people in the homes thought they were better than them. So there was a big resentment. So
Hmm.
started calling them that, the house, whatever, stupid word. And then also that's where they also start calling them Uncle Toms and all this ridiculous, stupid racist stuff. But white liberals are the biggest racists in the world. They're the most racist people. Therefore, it's not surprising that they're calling black people these derogatory terms because they view them derogatorily. So they don't have any respect for them. They are the most racist people in the world that you'll ever meet as a white liberal because they just think that black people are incompetent to do anything. They think
You
they
can
need
get it.
white people to save them and white people to help them and to explain to them how oppressed they are and how horrible their lives are. So yeah, I'm not surprised they called a black ICE agent, the house word. And, who cares? Like, that's their level of stupidity because in their minds, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not saying anything racist. They are just telling them, we're helping you to recognize the error in your ways. You don't know that you're oppressed and you don't know that you're helping the bad people. So we're going to make sure you understand it. Like that's their mentality that they know better than
Hmm.
any other race, and therefore they need to listen to them. So yeah, so I'm surprised that ICE agent didn't just throw off his gear and start picking up a sign and saying, you're right. Like retarded. They are the most retarded, mentally ill people in the history of the world.
I saw a meme that said the worst thing about being a white woman right now is that someone might mistake me for a white liberal.
Yes, I would think that's true. That's hilarious. I love that. That is the funniest thing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, white liberal women are absolutely the worst of the worst. And then white liberal men are right there with them. So it's just absolutely ludicrous how they think and they treat people. And, you know, I mean, let's not forget, Ku Klux Klan was founded by Democrats. You know, it was a Democrat who introduced them to the White House, a Democrat president. I mean, it's just insane the level of racism that's still embodied within the Democrat Party, where a lot of liberals, they're Democrats, and you can see it in how they behave, how they treat people. You know,
Hmm.
if you are black but don't feel that you're oppressed, and you're just ignorant and you just don't understand. So they have to teach you. They're going to help you, show you the error of your ways. Just
Right.
absolute insanity. And but they honestly feel that they're I'm going to just say the only reason why you do that is if you feel that you're superior over someone, which is the total definition of racism, right? It's
Right, right.
because you feel that you're better than somebody. You feel that you're superior to them. They don't know as much as you, and you have to help them understand how horrible their situation actually is, but they wouldn't understand it without you, their white savior. That's liberalism. That's Democratic Party. That's the mental illness that they have. Because
In a
it's not
nutshell.
true. Like if you think about, there's this whole thing, I don't know if you saw these videos where they're asked, so the voter ID law, right? You
Hmm.
know, who doesn't want that? I'll tell you who doesn't want it. White liberals don't want it. And
Right.
their argument is because it's racist. And here's the thing, because they would ask multiple white people because black people wouldn't know how to get an ID or where to go to get an ID. And so therefore it would be racist. So then they go into a black community and they ask, like, and they're like, do you have an ID? They're like, yeah. Like every single one, like, so that shows you
Hmm.
because they're brainwashed into thinking that because that's their big talking point of why they don't want the voter ID registration, is because it would negatively impact black voters because black voters don't have IDs and don't know how to get them. That's how stupid these white liberals are. And if you ask a white liberal, they'll say that because that's the big talking point
Hmm.
around this whole topic. Black people can't do it. People of color don't know how to find how to get an ID. It's a horrible, like, oh, it's all racist. And then they go to the communities and they're like, do you have an ID? They're like, yeah, it's right here. Where did you go to get your ID? The DMV. Like looking at the reporter, like, why are you asking me these ridiculously insane questions? And you just have to laugh. And they're showing the videos then to they're saying, okay, well, here, these are videos of black people saying they have IDs and they know how to get them. And they're like, well, that's a small population. That's a small percentage. Most of them don't know how to do it. He's like, I've just showed you proof that they do have them and that they know how to get them. So you can't use that argument to say this is why we can't have voter ID laws because it's racist. Because it's not. Because
Right.
clearly anybody can get an ID as long as they're here legally. And in some states, even if they're not here legally.
Right. Right.
California, the douche, the douchebag of the country, So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that nothing that they do surprises me when it comes to how racist they really are. And again, white liberal people are the absolute worst.
Right. They also say women who are married who had to change their name won't know how to do that either
That's right.
because they
Yeah.
won't know how to produce their marriage certificate or some other form of identification.
Yeah, they
And
must
here's a
think
funny
that,
story too.
yeah, they must think that people are just completely stupid. I mean, they
I,
are,
maybe
but
just maybe
not
just people
everybody.
of color
Yeah,
and women.
I have no idea, and I just don't understand how so many, how, I just don't get, I just don't get it. How do they even function? I don't understand.
So I went to get my ID renewed. It was it's due in 2026. And I went in 2025
Hmm.
because of all this talk, and mine kind of had a bend to it. So I
Oh,
thought,
yeah.
one good um, you know, pressure point and it's just gonna break. And I thought, well, it's so difficult to get one because they talk about it all the time with the newer rules that I went in and I said, well, I want to make sure I have the new compliant and it's due in a year. They said, you have a whole year and you already have the compliant one. I said, oh, well, it wasn't difficult to get. They made it sound so hard. She's like, it's not. And I'm like, apparently I didn't even know I had the new one. What
Yeah.
is it called that I'm thinking of? It's at the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it.
Oh, it's the new ID. I forget
Real
what
ID,
the
right?
real ID. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I already had that. I didn't realize I did because I thought it was going to be, I thought I'll probably have to go two or three times because there's all these documents and it's so difficult. It was so not difficult that I didn't even realize I had it and I didn't have any memory of me going to get it and having a problem because it was so easy because apparently I'm smarter than, the average person, even though I'm a married woman. Well, because married women and people of color won't know how to.
That's
but
right.
then get the licenses. So
Well, I'm glad that you overcame those trying obstacles,
I did. I
Stephanie.
did.
You're a badge of courage.
I feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even I
Yeah,
don't I don't even
can't make
care
it up.
about. Yeah, no, it just shows how ridiculously ignorant they really are.
Speaking of ignorance, Chuck Schumer is trying to coerce people into hating the SAVE Act by calling it Jim Crow 2.0.
Oh my
So, Jim Crow, for those who may or may not know, reinforced racism. The SAVE Act is designed to make sure our elections are more secure.
God.
There's nothing wrong with having a proved citizenship to be able to vote.
Every other country in the world, if you're allowed to vote, you have to be a citizen. Why is it that the Democrats do not want only citizens to vote? Because they know if it's only the US citizens, they will never win.
Right? They don't want to give up their power.
No, it's like, because they know it's like, oh, if they got rid of all of the non-US citizen voters, their
Hmm.
their support would dwindle. It would just be it would be detrimental to them, which is why. But if people don't understand that, you can't help those people because they've already too far gone into being brainwashed, manipulated, and just having no common sense whatsoever.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Now, of course he did. He's been in Congress for forever, so he probably helped support the whole Jim Crow thing. I wouldn't be surprised.
Isn't he like 300 years old or something like that?
Yeah, he and Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. Oh.
And it was also interesting that so many people did not watch the Grammys. I typically only like to see the best and worst dressed of these events
Oh
because
yeah, yeah, the red
people
carpet stuff.
people say and do such stupid things that I don't really have time for it.
Yeah. No, I
Billie
didn't
Eilish,
even know what was going on. I only liked the red carpet stuff though, like when Joan Rivers was doing it.
she was the best.
She was the best.
The
You
fashion
know.
police.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, her stuff was amazing. She's so funny.
Hmm.
She was so great. I'm sad. I'm still sad that she passed away too soon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Billie Eilish was at the
Oh,
Grammys and she made the comment about, no one on stolen land or no one's illegal on
what
stolen
land
land.
is stolen?
Right. Well, it turns out she's officially been trapped by the Tonga tribe because she lives on a $14 million mansion built on their land. They made a statement that she hadn't reached out to them yet about returning it or paying them for it. And there's actually an attorney who says that they will take their case pro bono.
The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, no one cares what you think. Billy, what, Eyelash? I don't even know who she
Eilish,
is. I'm assuming
no.
it's a girl.
Hmm.
Um, because I think I've seen, like on the periphery, I've heard of this person. But yeah,
Hmm.
who cares what you think? No one. You're not special in that way. Sing your stupid, horrible songs that really are not talent driven and just get your money, get your awards, and get lost. No one cares what you think. I know I don't. Why would I even care what you think?
Right.
You're
Speaking of
nobody.
talent driven, that just made me think of it. I saw someone on social media and they did a version of Whitney Houston singing something a cappella, and it was fierce, magnificent, amazing.
Oh, well, Whitney Houston is talent.
Right. And then they did someone locally or someone currently who's
Oh,
very popular, and it sounded kind of like maybe a child because I don't want to like name my granddaughter because I don't want to say she can't sing, but it sounded
yeah.
like a child trying to
Yeah,
sing or
because
trying
none
to.
of them, they don't have the talent. Everything now is like auto-tuned, and
Hmm.
it's like reverb and there's all these effects on the voice. I mean, you and I could be, if with all of that technology, we could be huge superstars,
I
because
mean, you've got a future,
because all the
girl.
stuff that they do to the voice, to the singers, that's a, that's it. You don't have to
Right.
be talented. You just have to be connected to the right people, right
Hmm.
place, right time, have a
Hmm.
look, or willing
Hmm.
to convert to a certain look,
Hmm.
play the game, go along with whatever it is that they tell you to do, espouse their ridiculous views, and you'll be all set.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll promote you, and the radio stations will promote you and play you because they're all owned by the same people. All of this stuff is none of it is organic. None of it. It's
Right.
all pre-planned. And therefore, that's why you have these winners and you have these losers. A lot of the one-hit wonders, they had great stuff, but why were they one-hit wonders? Part of it is because they probably didn't want to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, why would they waste more time on them? They'll go to somebody else who they can own and manipulate. And the
Mold.
person's willing to do it because they're going to get fame and they're going to get money and they're going to get this and that. So they're willing to sell their soul to the devil,
Right.
and
Right.
which Hollywood is and the music industry is for the most part, and they're fine with it. So yeah, Billie Eilish, whatever, have fun with your stupidity.
Well, and once again, you give me this nice segue with demonic. So, over the years, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Hollywood and demonic and this and that. As things come out with the Epstein files more and more, it starts to
Hmm.
seem like, you know what, maybe this wasn't a crazy person talking. Maybe this was someone telling the truth and we took them as crazy.
Well, that's what happens a lot. Yeah.
Hmm. Dan Bongino was talking about this demonic group called 764. They
Yeah.
actually set out to harm children. And when or if you would watch some of the horrible things they did, he said it would make you sick and literally tattoo inside your brain. You couldn't get it out of your head.
I
I
believe
really
it.
like Dan Bongino, so I feel like that is a trustworthy, non crazy source.
Oh no, no,
Well,
he's very credible.
hmm. So that just made me think, And now I'm seeing on my different feed things over the years. I think there was something with, was it Corey Feldman coming
Yeah,
back? And he had said something.
he's always
Hmm.
said that there's pedophilia, inappropriateness,
Hmm.
all of this stuff.
Hmm. So I think there's going to be a lot to watch. Some of the things, and of course, I can't substantiate this, so I am just going to very clearly say people are saying it. I don't know if it's true, it's not true. I'd like to think it's true because I've always loved Michael Jackson, that he was framed.
Oh, he was. Oh,
And
absolutely.
I've
I don't believe
always thought
anything that they said about him.
I
Not
never
one word.
did.
No, I never did either. They went after him for
Hmm.
many reasons, primarily because he didn't play the game the way that they wanted him to. He he was a protector,
Hmm.
of children. Yes, he had an unconventional lifestyle, well, but his childhood was unconventional. He had a horrible father who beat them and just constantly tortured these poor boys.
Hmm.
So, yeah, he's going to be a little bit like, hey, I'm going to try to reclaim some of my youth, some of my
Hmm.
childhood. But
Hmm.
I didn't believe anything they said about him because why these parents, because there were so many people that actually knew him outside of the industry that were like, no, he's not like this. Like, we spend
Right.
time with him. We're his neighbors. My kids go over there. He comes over. Like, there's nothing weird about that.
Right.
And then, Macaulay Culkin always said, no, you guys are talking about the wrong guy. This is not who he
Hmm.
is. Yeah.
Hmm.
But they went after him because he was a perfect target. And people want to believe the worst in
Hmm.
others. They want to because that's what makes them feel better about themselves. So, yeah, no, they totally went after him. They totally framed him. They just tried everything they could to destroy him. Guess what? It might have worked with some people and might have worked in some instances, but around the world, that man is still loved, he's still revered, and they still appreciate everything that he did. I mean, the impact he had in music
Yes.
and outside of that, all the charities and all of the work that he did, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Hmm.
And he was a genius in music, like, coming up
Oh,
with new
yes.
sounds, his voice, the videos, like revolutionizing music videos, like MTV owed him
Hmm.
everything because,
Hmm.
and MTV didn't even want to play his videos because he was black.
Wow.
Hmm.
I was so obsessed with him, and when
Oh
when
my
he
God,
was
yeah.
really big, I think I was in like seventh and eighth grade. And I remember the first time I saw Thriller, I just was beside myself. I'm like, that is the best,
Yeah, yeah,
most
that's
wonderful thing
amazing.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the Billie Jean video, we were like trying to imitate it and everything. Oh my God, loved it. And then I remember he had the Michael Jackson doll.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Did you
cool.
have one?
I didn't, but my sister did. She got one from our Sunday school teacher for her
Oh,
birthday.
cute. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we pretended Michael Jackson and Barbie were married.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you do when you're when you're a little girl and you have
Yes.
dolls. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh, I
yeah,
love that.
yeah. So
So I
yeah,
do really hope that it comes out that he was innocent just for his legacy and his kids,
you know
because
what?
I think the people who know him know that, but I know that if it were me, I would want that to come
I
out.
hope it comes out, but I think enough
Hmm.
people now are realizing how corrupt the industry is and how they do go after so many people. So hopefully
Hmm.
people just realize it. And he does have three children, and you could see like how much he loved them and how much he was trying to protect them from everything. And so I know that they know how much he loved them. They say it. Like they're not ashamed to say how much they love their dad and how much he loved them. And it really doesn't matter what other people think. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter what other people think as long as you know the truth. They
Right.
know the truth about their dad, you know, and that's all that really matters. Everything else, to hell with it.
Yeah, it's just noise.
And yeah, who cares what other people think? These people don't matter.
Hmm.
Yeah. And look, they tried to going after Prince as well.
He was another one I loved.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, hang on one second. Hang on, Sabri.
Okay.
Okay. Here you go, baby.
Speaking
Um,
of Prince,
yeah.
still to this day, my favorite halftime show ever, which is
Yes.
rather timely because later today, while everyone else is watching the Super Bowl, you and I will be going to see Melania.
Yay! I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be
I
so
know, I'm so
amazing.
excited. And also, speaking of the Super Bowl, the New England Patriots, Drake May, he has
Woohoo!
committed to donating his earnings, win or lose, from the Super Bowl in support of ICE, which
Mm,
pretty amazing.
I love him. I'm from Massachusetts, so I love the Patriots. You know, super happy they're back in the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Extremely happy we have Drake May as our quarterback. We have a great coach with Mike Vrabel. And I think it's just going to I hope they win.
Hmm.
I'm not going to watch it, but if they win, I'll watch the highlights. But, James and Sabri will be watching every second of it, not,
Hmm.
up until the time up until probably halftime, and then Sabri will go to bed. I know James will not be watching the halftime show, but yeah, no, he's Drake May is such a great role model. And he's got his wife is just so down to earth. They're both so humble and meek and just seem so kind. They don't come across as pretentious or look at me, I'm Drake May, or look at me, I'm Drake May's wife.
Yes.
It's just they're two faith-based people living a wonderful marriage and just having an amazing life right now. And I hope it just
Right.
continues for them. And I do hope he wins because that'd be fantastic for all the Patriot fans, but also for him. And, this is
Hmm.
his second year in the NFL, I believe. So, how great would it be to win the Super Bowl at 23?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And in a direct contrast to them, there's a lot of American Olympic athletes trashing America at the Olympics. They're
So they
saying
can
they're
stay where they
embarrassed.
are.
Well,
Don't
they
come
can,
home.
they're embarrassed by the United States.
So
And
don't come
then
home.
showing the contrast of there's other American athletes saying this is the greatest honor ever, and
Yeah.
I'm so proud to
Yeah.
represent
Then
America.
don't go to the
And
Olympics and represent us.
right,
Then,
right.
then don't. No one wants to know your opinion.
Especially if
Go
it's
ski. I didn't
anti-America.
even know the Olympics were going on, first of all. Like, that's how much I don't care about them.
Thank you for validating me because we were out to eat last night and I saw all this stuff and then I was like, oh gosh, that's what it is. And I told Tom and he said, you didn't know? And I said, no, I've been all
No,
over this other news stuff.
why would I care? The Olympics
I,
mean nothing to me.
I do
Do I
like
want Team
figure
USA to win?
skating.
Yeah, I want to win all the gold medals,
Yes.
but I'm not going to watch it. I don't have time for it. I've got more important things to do, like watch Columbo reruns.
I do like ice skating and figure skating, all of that pretty stuff.
If
Yeah.
I want to
And
watch that,
gymnastics in the
if I
summer.
do, I do go back to Brian Boitano's gold medals skating from like what 1980,
80 something?
late 80s, early 90s, I think. I'll watch the Brian Boitano one. I like to watch his, because his was so powerful. And then on YouTube, if there's anything worth watching, they'll show the clip on YouTube. Why am I going to sit
Right,
and watch it? I don't
right,
care enough about it. Especially I don't want to see a whole bunch of ungrateful, horrible people bashing my country.
right,
You don't
right.
love this country, don't represent it in the Olympics. Go find a country that you are proud of and go live there. Go represent them.
Hmm.
I don't care. I don't want to hear it. You know, yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. They're just so ridiculous with it. Like anybody cares what a person who's, I don't even know who they are, but like what sports they like. Is it luge, bobsledding, skiing, skating, ski jumping?
Probably
I don't know. What do
there's
they
and
do?
there's skiing because Lindsey Vonn was one that was speaking praises to America and was fitting of her position being an Olympic athlete and
Yeah.
representing our country with
Yeah. So
pride
just
as
go
she
and
should.
ski. Right. Go ski, go
Right,
luge, go bobsled, go do
right,
whatever you need to do while you're there. And that's it. No
right,
one cares about your opinion. You're not
right.
special. Again, you are not special. Nobody
And you're
cares about you. Your mom and dad probably do. Other than that, who cares what you think?
right. You're there to play the sport or do
Go play
the
a
activity.
sport. You're
Do it.
talented. You were blessed enough to be talented enough to get to the Olympics. Focus
Hmm.
on that. Don't focus on anything else.
Yep. And I'm trying to keep an eye on time. I have a lot of points, but there's two more that I definitely want to
Okay,
discuss
let's do it.
today. So this one, so I first saw it, and I'm only just going to tell it like this because I don't know what it says about me, but it's just funny. There was
Okay.
that picture of Barack and Michelle Obama, and apparently they were apes, but I saw it quickly and just thought, why do they have on ugly sweaters? And just
Oh,
kept scrolling. So actually, this video has been circulating. It's been taken down. I think it is inappropriate, and I think it has racist overtones. I don't think anyone could argue that, but the intent, I don't believe, was there. Um, Press Secretary Levitt, Caroline Levitt, said that it was showing Donald Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats were characters from The Lion King. I think that was a bit of a reach, but she was doing what she was supposed to do by putting a spin.
I haven't seen this video. I mean, quite frankly,
I'm
I
gonna
don't want to see it because I don't want to see them. But yeah, yeah,
Well, and it was at the tail end, and I'll be honest, I'm a woman of a certain age. I don't know enough about splicing videos and doing that,
yeah. I don't know.
but it was at the end of a video reel about the 2020 election. And then there was a few seconds. So it was like there was an AI video after it. So the staffer who posted is mostly guilty of not reviewing the whole thing because the video didn't play in its entirety. Was it in poor
Uh,
taste? Yes. Was it, could I see how some people would be offended? Yes. Did Donald Trump do it? Pretty sure he doesn't know how to do it. He's, what, 80, 79. Yeah, I'm ageist. Also don't think that's what he's spending his time doing is clipping reels
yeah,
and
no, he's
videos.
got he's got more important things to do.
Right. So there were several things, and you see the back and forth, and it's just shocking to me that that's so offensive. Yet Hillary Clinton was a groundhog or some sort of animal. All of the key players were the animals. Biden was a baboon eating a banana. There was a lot of animals. Someone was a pig. She was probably a fat reporter, would be my guess. I'm not sure who she was.
God.
Yeah. So it was a compliment. And then Donald Trump comes out as the king of the jungle, as the lion,
Oh, was he Mufasa?
probably. If it was the Lion King or whatever. But the point is, it was another video. It was clipped on at the end, like an automated AI thing, and people lost their ever-loving minds about it.
Doesn't
Which,
matter. They're gonna lose their minds on anything that involves him. So who cares?
right. So I don't know. I think it's unfortunate that it happened. I don't know what it says about me that I saw it and thought, why are they wearing ugly sweaters next?
I think it just says the right thing about you because you don't care.
I don't care, and
You've
I
got
don't
bigger
see.
things going on in your life. Yeah.
Right. I might be sexist and ageist, but I'm definitely not racist.
Who cares? Even if you are, if they call you that, what does it mean? Nothing.
I mean, they can call me that, but
They
I'm
call
not.
you whatever they want. Who cares? They don't
Right.
mean anything to you. They're nobody.
Right.
Like, oh, you, someone I don't know doesn't like me. Who cares?
Right. Right.
It means nothing.
Right. So that's one
I
that's
don't care
a
what
lot of
people who
people.
I know think about me. They're people who I don't know.
Right. And don't they say something like if people say nasty or negative things about you, it means you're onto something because you're kind of poking the bear or you're hitting a nerve?
Yeah, it blows my mind though how the liberals are just so, you know, whatever they do is okay. But if somebody else does something they don't like, that's the worst thing in the world.
Right.
And that's why I just stated, I'm like, they're mentally retarded.
Mm-hmm.
Not being mean about them. I'm just telling the truth. They are
Right.
mentally retarded, which is why they behave the way they behave. So, do I want them to get help? Absolutely. Yeah, they need to get help to get out of, fix that, whatever they can. But we're not going after people saying all these horrible things about them just to say it, or it's they all need help, and I hope they all get the help they need to
Right.
get out of this brainwashed, manipulated, mentally retarded zone that they're in.
Right. Right. We went out to dinner with the Rough Rider couple last night, and you know how sometimes you're talking and they're like, "What did they say?" And we were talking about how there's what like 600 guys in the club, and um, Tom said, "Oh, there can still be drama with men," and then the other gentleman said, "Yeah, especially if they're." And then I said, "Did he say liberals?" And he goes, "Yes."
Yeah, no, it's true.
So
Yeah,
guys
no,
can gossip and cause trouble too, not just ladies.
yeah, well, it does go both. It's on both
Hmm.
sides, definitely.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies like to gossip, and so guess what? So do guys.
Hmm. Yep. The other topic that I wanted to end with today, unless you had anything else, just started following it a little bit, and it's rather new. But the missing Nancy Guthrie, have you been
Oh,
seeing?
Savannah. Yeah, Savannah, the mom of Savannah Guthrie. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah, I heard about it.
I think a lot of sad things are going to come out. I understand
Yeah.
that she's like 84. There was some blood, so she fought back, which I've got to give her kudos to that. There's
Yeah.
some medications she needs. They're not sure if she has those medications, and
Right.
it's
Yeah, she has a heart. I think that she has a heart condition that they're saying she needs daily medication for, which I don't like, I don't like Savannah Guthrie. I don't know anything about her. It's like I don't have an opinion on her. I just know
right.
she's liberal, which tells you everything you need to know about her. Um, but that's her mom.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to go through this. I don't care who they are. Nobody should
No.
have to go with their mom being kidnapped, abducted, and not knowing what's going on with them. I mean, that
Right.
has to be the absolute worst feeling in the world. And I do pray that she is returned to them healthy and unharmed and
Yes.
able to get beyond the trauma and horribleness of what she's experienced.
Hmm. So I just wanted to bring that up because I feel like there's going to be some more on that, and I do hope it's
Yeah,
something that
it's
we get
not
to share
looking
next time.
good. It's
No,
Yeah,
but you just don't know.
no, no, no. Keep prayer keeps things alive,
Hmm.
right? The hope stays alive when you pray, and and hopefully the family gets the answers and information that they want to hear very soon.
Right. Very soon. for everybody's sake.
Yes, yes.
Do you have anything else you want to touch on today before we go see Melania this evening?
Oh, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah,
I'm
everyone
excited
I
on.
told that we're going to see it has
Uh-huh.
said, "Oh my God." They either saw it and they said, "It's amazing, like
Uh-huh.
fabulous," like, or they've said, "Oh yeah, I've heard great things about it. I want to go see it too." And then others are like, like, "Oh, why would you want to go see that?" And I'm like, "Well, why wouldn't I?" I'm like, "She's so fabulous and she's so beautiful and she's so classy and so stylish and oh my gosh, just mm, love her."
Well, apparently, James thinks that only girls want to see it because I was like,
Yes,
well, do
he's
you
like,
want to see it on our double or triple date? And he said, why would I want to see that? I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want to see it? So you know what? Maybe I'm not sexist.
yeah. Yeah, it was so funny. I was like, I know. He's like, why would Stephanie want think I'd want to see that movie? I'm like, she's probably just asking. I don't know. Maybe Tom
Wouldn't
wants to
everybody?
see it. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is our first lady.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and he's a huge Trump fan. Yeah. But he never felt any need to go see her movie. Which you know
Yes.
what, that's okay, because then I get to go with you.
Yes. So we'll enjoy it
Oh yeah,
based upon the reviews and we'll report back next week.
absolutely. Yeah.
hmm And our takes on the Super Bowl and the halftime shows. One more thing I want to say, just to be timely. I did not look this up because I didn't really feel like I needed to fact check it. We'll find out if it's true or not. I
Okay.
saw on social media that there's circulating rumors that the Super Bowl attendees will chant Jesus saves during Bad Bunny's performance.
Oh, good.
And whether it's true or not, we'll find out after his
Yeah,
performance.
we will. Well, I also
So,
know
so.
I believe it's Turning Point USA is having a counter Super
hmm
Bowl halftime show where it's going to be a
Kid
lot more
Rock.
pro-America, pro-God,
hmm
pro-Jesus. So, that might be a fun thing to watch. I just don't even know where to get to it. But again, it's one of those things where I'm sure it'll end up on YouTube in the next day or so.
Right. Probably tonight, I
Yeah,
would think,
yeah, that's why
because
I'm
it's
like,
still talked about.
it's not like when we were growing up, if you missed something, you missed it. There's
You,
nothing that you miss now.
right.
You didn't see it when it initially happened. Wait 5 minutes and it'll show up on a social media feed somewhere.
I
So,
just remember running to the bathroom and then they'd be like, it's
oh,
on. And you
yeah,
go
like,
running back.
oh, yeah, yeah, no, I mean, you never, you missed the episode. Good luck. Yeah, they had
hmm
reruns, but they didn't always have reruns, and you didn't
Right.
know when that rerun was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So,
if that's all we have for now, I'll go ahead and sign us out with my fun cast. Next week, I'll
yeah.
have my new cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
okay. So don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
I'm Stephanie.
That was awesome. Like, I'm so like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. All right. Well,
And until next time, make sure to like us, follow us, and comment. And if
and
you don't
subscribe.
like us, let us know why.
Yeah. Either way, we don't care.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye.